Good evening, and welcome to Chapter Chat. We are a little bit late tonight because it's been such a busy and hectic day, emotionally draining, but beautiful, very, very beautiful. And tonight, as you have known, I'm never alone, so I'm with Shanil.
Hello.
Hello, Shanil.
Hello, Bonga.
Yeah, Shanil is our boss in the communication department, the communications team. He is the director of the what's your job again? Tell us.
Well, I'm the director of the update communications at the General House.
Yes. So the whole chapter communication, the chapter chat, he's been the man who's done all the setting up, and he's been behind the screens and he didn't want to be seen. So tonight I had to force him and said, Shanil.
No, that's not the reason, because you do a better job than I do, so I always wanted you to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, we are happy then to be with you tonight and with Shanil. And as I said, it's been a hectic day, and we're going to talk about that immediately. Let you know exactly what happened on this day.
Probably, Bonga, we can even start from yesterday, which is the biggest day.
Okay. Yesterday, as you'll remember, if you've been following us on Facebook, we had a beautiful celebration. First of all, as you know, Father Chicho was not here in Nemi. He was not a chapter delegate. He had to be phoned to be called back here in Nemi because the delegates wanted him to be the Superior General. So they called him from his mission in Sahara, and then he had to book a flight. He had to say yes, and he traveled here. He arrived then yesterday evening, at about 6 p.m.
6:30, I suppose, yeah.
But then the beautiful thing, what I found very interesting is that, you know, as soon as he said, yes, I accept, I found it very beautiful that the chapter had to stop, and the Father General Louis Loken had to call him on a loudspeaker. All the chapter capitulants had to hear the conversation, and he asked him, Father Chicho, do you accept? Your brothers are asking you to be their Superior General. Do you accept? And he said, I accept.
Can we enact that?
Yes.
Okay, let me be Father Chicho and you be the general. Okay, in the call.
Well, we're not in the hall here, but we'll... Okay. Greetings, Father Chicho.
Hello, Father General. Greetings.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but just to let you know that your brothers here in Nemi are asking you to be their Superior General. Would you accept this responsibility?
Well, Father General, with God's help, I do accept. And the whole room
exploded with joy. It was a beautiful moment. I think he hesitated a little bit. I think he doubted. We will find out from Father Chicho. We'll invite him and find out exactly what did he feel. Was he ready? Did he expected it? And was he shocked? I don't know. He will tell us how he felt about that moment. And then after that, then he traveled. He arrived here in the evening. But what I found very beautiful is that the chapter had to be suspended, because it's not really the program.
Not suspended, let's say the program
had to be like, we had to wait for him, because as soon as he said yes, that meant he automatically becomes the Superior General, he becomes the president of the chapter, and the chapter cannot continue without
the
him.
Presence of the Superior General.
So the program had to be modified, and they had to do other committees. They had to do their work while waiting for Chicho. And then in the evening, Chicho arrived. He joined us for evening prayers. He joined us for dinner.
And then
after dinner, we had a beautiful moment, which was live. We streamed, which was live.
I hope most of you viewers have seen that. You can go to the OMI World website, or the Facebook page, or our OMI World YouTube channel.
Yes, it's available. But it will be beautiful for us. I think, as I said, you know, we feel tired because of all these emotions and whatever we had to go through over the past few days, and participating in all of this and being part of all this. We thought this evening we'll just do some kind of debriefing.
Yeah.
That's why we have no guests. It's just the two of us. and we chat about what happened, what have we experienced.
So no double screen.
No,
but we'll bring a double screen or another screen now if you want to show some clips of yesterday's evening installation ceremony, right?
That's the only way we can debrief. We'll show a little bit of what happened yesterday.
Maybe while I'll mute it, while we show it, you can let's say debrief it or just share with our viewers what happened.
As I said, after dinner, so we all gathered in the chapel, and it was really beautiful moment. You could feel this excitement, some kind of tension, in a beautiful way. In a moment of expectation. We were waiting for this moment. And then the celebration began, a beautiful celebration, a very simple. Oblates are known for their simplicity. It was nothing to write home about. And yet for us, it meant everything. Because that's who we are. We're very simple. It's part of our charism. So we gathered in the chapel, and Father Chicho, first of all, had to do a profession of faith. And he had to.
And shall we show that part?
Yeah, please go ahead if you have it on your screen. Shani, you can show that part. And he did that profession of faith beautifully. He read it in Spanish. You can read everything about Chicho.
Let's see
on our website.
See it in a better way. Let's show it this way, right?
Thank you.
Okay. Let me play it. Okay.
And that was a powerful moment. So he did the profession of faith. He had his hand on the Bible, and immediately after that, there was that beautiful moment where the former Superior General, Father Louis Logan, had to hand over the oblate cross. The cross of Eugene de Mazenot. Now, this is always a very powerful moment for us as Oblates of Mary Immaculate, when that cross gets to be transferred from one Superior General to the other. You can believe, you can imagine it, from 1816, that cross was with Eugene de Mazenot. When he died, it was taken by his successor, Father Faber. And Father Faber passed it on. And this has been a tradition every
13 superior
generals we've had, And then last night it was handed over
to the
14th.
And what is this? You can explain what somebody even messaged me and asked, Shanil, what's the meaning of the washing of the feet?
Well, there was another very powerful moment. As soon as he got the cross, in other words, symbolically, he take over this responsibility of being our father as Oblates of Mary Immaculate, our Superior General. But he comes to us not as a king. It's superior for us doesn't mean he's now the boss, or in actual fact, it means he becomes the servant. He's the one who serves. He comes among us as a servant. He comes among us with this huge responsibility, not for us to serve him, but for him to serve us and help us to be able to serve the poor. So the symbol of the washing of the feet reminds us of what Jesus did during that moment, the Last Supper. John chapter 13, took off his garments and he went down and he washed his disciples' feet, saying,
I was behind the camera, but when I went through, or when we witnessed this, first-hand experience, you really feel emotional, right?
It's beautiful.
Lots of emotions going
exactly. That's why we are so tired and drained this day, because we had to be involved in that and to see. And the beautiful thing, they chose a scholastic who had to do that. A young man who's still in formation. They chose a very young priest, a missionary from Mexico. He's in the middle there, Father Eduardo.
He's a missionary. Foreign missionary, let's say.
And then they chose a brother, Bongao from the Philippines, representing the whole oblate dynamics. They could have chosen more people, but they decided that those three, because it's symbolic at the same time. And for him to come down from that throne, if you like, of being a superior, and say, I will wash your feet, I will be your servant, I'm here to serve you as my brothers, in charity, in love, and that's who we are. And we see Shanil there taking photos behind the camera.
Well, I don't think it's wrong for us to raise another thing that some people raised or even asked. Is it necessary that Father Superior General or the new Superior General should be in clerical attire? Well, this is, if I were to answer, this is Father Chicho. We have been known for years. And there's no need to be in clerical attire.
You know what happens normally when you come to the general chapter, all the delegates when they come, none of them knows that there will be
Here,
elected.
we'll just explain this blessing.
There was a powerful moment as well. At the end of the celebration, he gave this powerful blessing, his first blessing as a superior general, with the oblate cross of our founder, Eugene de Maisonneuve.
The oblates were very fervently participating at that moment. We can continue that.
And he will carry that cross. He's got his own oblate cross. And then whenever he does his ministry as a superior general now, he will carry that relic, which we have, very important to us. But as I was saying, you disturbed me. I've forgotten what I was saying.
About the clerical attire.
Oh yeah. Because what normally happens is the elections, they take place in the chapter hall. And when they're in the chapter hall, they're just very simple. And they discuss and they talk, and then the voting happens. But no one is prepared to be chosen at that moment. So whatever we saw happening here, except the washing of the feet, normally would happen immediately after he says yes. And then in the chapter hall, he says yes. And immediately after that, he does the profession of faith. He becomes automatically our superior general. And then the former superior general hands over the cross of the founder to him. So there is no reason to go to your room and put your clerical collar and be formal. We are who we are, and and that's what happened.
I think that expression is necessary for us to understand. For some of you probably who kind of asked us that question on social media. Okay, we can stop this and then go to the you can continue.
This was last night, but there is another thing which happened at the end of that celebration, where all the oblates who are here during this chapter, those who are participating as auxiliary staff, and the delegates themselves and the capitulas, they had to come. Then all of them greet Father General in a way, giving him their obedience as well, and saying, we will be obedient to you. Congratulations, you're not alone. We journey with you. Thank you for accepting this mission. Thank you for joining with us. And that as well is a very powerful. We spent a long time with that, taking photos. Each oblate wanted to have a photo with Chicho, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful,
I was tired in clicking like 150 photographs.
We're still editing some of the photos. They will be coming out. We'll share them in social media sometime soon. Sister Viv is with us, joining us from Via Aurelia in Rome. Thank you very much.
And from different countries. Well, thank all of you.
Thank you for all your comments. We can see those. And then we'll move from yesterday. Well, after that, I'm not sure if we have that clip. We had a beautiful moment from the chapel, and he he greeted everybody, and then we did a quick interview with him. And then we went to the community room. Which spontaneously, guys were there having a social, and as soon as Father Chicho came in, there was just this explosion of joy. And
I don't think I have that clip prepared.
No, you were not. You were not there. You were not there. I was there, and everybody welcomed him in a very warm, in a loving way. He automatically, he's our father. He's our Saint Eugene de Maisonneuve, success of Saint Eugene de Maisonneuve.
Exactly.
But the joy and the affection that the oblates have shown for this man, it's just been
amazing,
beautiful, really amazing, and we're very happy with that. It was for us very beautiful to witness that.
For me, it's the second chapter to witness. Probably, I don't know.
This is my third chapter.
Okay.
No, not fourth.
You're not that old.
I'm not that old.
So, you want to move on to today's proceedings?
Today then. So we're done with. We went to bed yesterday. And we're like, wow, we have this new superior general, and it was. But as you know, he's not alone. He needs a team around him. So today, the whole day was really consecrated on choosing, on discerning, and electing those who are going to work with Father Chicho. So he's Vicar General and the two assistants. We'll talk about that later on. But then the day began with a beautiful Eucharist, a moment of thanksgiving. And it was celebrated by Father Chicho. It was his first Eucharistic celebration as our superior general.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you have any clips for that. He gave a beautiful homily in 3 languages.
We have it on YouTube. You can explain. I can get it. Prepared.
He gave a beautiful homily. He spoke about 3 things. He gave us 3 things about simplicity, about charity, and about obedience. And he said something beautiful, because he said, he spoke about simplicity in English and in French.
Okay.
Then he said it in Spanish.
Okay.
And he was very emotional when he spoke about that. He said, I'm saying this in my own language, and it means so much to me. I understand it better when I say, he's a very simple man.
He's a simple man. That's our experience, because we have lived with him basically for a couple of years, right?
Yeah, we know him. A very simple man, and he just spoke about what he knew, and he was very emotional about that. And then he emphasized a lot on charity.
Yeah, this is. I'll just show the moment, particular moment. Yeah, you can.
When he was giving that homily,
preaching,
So he spoke about charity, and he referred to Eugene de Maisonot.
Right.
When our founder was dying, the testament he left us as Oblates of Mary Immaculate, he said to us, among yourselves, practice charity. And outside, zeal for the salvation of souls. And Father Chicho took those words and he used them during his homily, during his first mass. And that's who we are. That's what we are about. Charity in community life, charity, the way we love each other, the way, as Christ said, they will know who you are by the way you love each other.
If I understood correctly, I'm not very good in Spanish. Did he also mention about that we are called to be sacraments?
Yes. In a way, he was saying, we need to, in a way, represent or bring about the way we live our lives. We witness. I think that's what he was referring to.
Right.
The way we are united, the way we live together, the way we love each other as brothers in community, we become a sacrament in today's world, a witness. A visible presence of an invisible grace. That's what an oblate is called to be in today's world. That's what he said. And then he went on about obedience.
Yeah. So basically, he spoke about charity, obedience, and simplicity. 3 points. Charity.
Let's listen to him. Very challenging. Are we able to?
I really do not know at what point we are speaking about, but let's listen.
Obedience.
He just said it. Okay.
I think imitating the one missionary, Jesus Christ, that through obedience, told the world the love of God for humanity and for the world. So we are going today to make some elections, looking for people who become sacraments of the gospel love, for the poor and with the poor, through the simplicity of life, charity, and obedience.
That's exactly.
And then he changed.
He changed the languages. By the time he's very good in all the 3 languages.
And as you said, those were the three things he emphasized on: simplicity, charity, and obedience. And we're looking for people who will be
sacraments,
a representative of that.
Because he said, they were about to go for elections after. So
as we were saying, we were talking about his team. He needs a team around him.
Right.
So we had elections immediately after that. They all went into the hall, and we were all kicked out of the hall, of the chapter hall, and they had their own private chat, and they had the murmuratio. They gave names, and then
it's good to say just in short what murmuratio means. Maybe some people do not know.
Murmuratio. What they do during the chapter is it's part of discernment. That discernment process,
right? And
during that process, they give names, and then they go to each other and they talk, or they approach whoever has been, and they say, what do you think? Or they say, Chanel, I think you'll be a right man for the job.
Right.
Would you accept?
Right.
Or they say, let's somebody because of 1, 2, and 3. So they have that conversation among themselves, which is a way of discernment. Yeah.
That's good. So,
and then after that murmuratio, they voted. They went back to the hall. And the doors were shut, and they voted.
Right.
And they came up with the Superior General, Vicar General, and we were called in as soon as the votes were counted. I'm not too sure how many ballots they had. We don't know
because it's a secret and it's confidential. Rather,
it's very confidential and it's a very intimate moment.
As the communications team, we were allowed to go in only once they counted the ballots and once they when the capitulars know the number of votes. So we do not know.
We don't know.
And we don't want
we
to
don't even know even how many.
And we don't know what to know. All what we
yeah.
want is that we, get a Vicar General. And who is he?
You've seen it. You've followed us on Facebook, and let's see. I think you have. We recorded that.
Excuse us for the bad clip. We couldn't.
We were excited, so we were just told come to the hall, and we jumped into the hall.
Correct. And this is all what we could get at the moment, but probably tomorrow we'll have a nice edited video for you.
Let's see that.
Let's watch it.
Sure.
Even I'm not sure what we are going to.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir.
Actually, I reduced the volume level. The applause was even, louder than this. And it's getting louder. Now you don't see Father Anthony Botham. He went towards Father Chicho as Father Chicho came down to wish him. So you see the people, everyone standing up and wishing him.
But who is it? Let's talk about him. Let's talk about Anthony.
Okay.
I think we have some information about Anthony Botham. As you can have, we have his CV ready.
Yeah.
You'll find it on our OMI World on the website. Father Anthony Botham was born on the 29th of March in 1969. He's a young man.
He's young, 1969.
1969 in Poland. Michna. It's a very difficult name.
Michna,
something like that.
Yeah.
That's the village he was born in.
Yeah.
We're told that he professed his first vows, his first oblation as a missionary oblate of Mary Immaculate on the 8th of September 1993.
Right.
It's the Feast of Our Lady, isn't it?
And he was ordained in 1999. In June.
In June 1999.
So he's 23 years a priest.
As a priest. He served as an assistant parish priest for 2 years. But before, and then after that, he pursued higher studies to prepare himself for formation ministry at the Oblate Scholasticate in Obra.
In Obra, he was also not only a formator, he was a spiritual director, a professor, and then later on he became the superior of the scholasticate, the superior in Obra in Poland, and then became the provincial of the province of Poland in 2014.
And it was then he came to the chapter as a provincial in 2016. And at that chapter, he was elected as a general councillor for the Europe region.
Right.
So he's been in the council. We know him. We've collaborated with him. Oblates know him around. He's known around the oblate world. He's been around doing consultations and all that. So he's been in Father Louis' team since 2016
until now.
And then now he got to be re-elected, but for a different post. He's a Vicar General. And that's a very important ministry. I think we will find a moment to interview him and find out what does it mean to be a Vicar General.
Yes.
What are the responsibilities of a Vicar General?
And he has, let's mention, I think it's worthy of mentioning the Vicar General, the outgoing Vicar General,
Paolo
Acchiati, who has been the Vicar General for the last 12 years. So he has to fit into that shoes.
But Paolo did 18. He was something else before that. So he's been in the administration for about 18 years. We call them our Tampier, Eugene de Maisonot and Tampier. That's, the Superior General and the Vicar. There's a relationship, a very strong relationship. Working in a professional relationship among the two of them.
So Father Anthony, we wish you all the very best. And we are praying for you, the whole Oblate world. Probably you are watching our show right now.
And the whole Oblate world is very happy to have him as well as our Vicar. It's been amazing how many people have responded to our post, and that has been great. We wish him a beautiful ministry, a beautiful journey as the Vicar General. And then after that, they immediately moved on to choose, for the process of discernment, to choose the two assistants. As you know, the structure for our congregation, with the Superior General, we have his Vicar, and then we have two assistants. assistant generals. So one is normally responsible for formation,
yes,
and another one is responsible for mission. And then at the other structure, then after that, you have the regional, what do you call them? Representative councillors.
The regional councillors.
Yeah. And that election is going to take place in the next few days, I think on Tuesday.
Probably on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So today we have a superior general, we have a vicar general, and we have 2 assistants general.
You want to watch the video?
Let's see who was called.
Who was the first assistant general?
You have been elected second.
I think I played the wrong video. This is the correct.
Raymond Mangala. You have been chosen by the chapter as the first assistant general. Do you accept?
I do.
Yeah, he says he's got a better shot.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I was behind the camera.
Right, I just had my camera, but I didn't have my tripod. And we were called all of a sudden. And as I said, these are unedited clips, what you see. So excuse us for the little bit.
And they would just say, come, and you jump in.
Yeah.
You know.
And you heard the name.
Yeah.
And our first SSA is
Father Raymond Mangala. Who is this man? Raymond Mangala was born on the 25th of August in 1975 in Choma, in the southern province of Zambia.
So he's even younger.
He's even younger than. This is beautiful. It's beautiful to see younger oblates taking over the leadership positions. I'm very happy with that. We
so
know
he's
that
from Zambia, right?
He's from Zambia. I know him very well. He's my formator at Sidara.
So even he couldn't write form you well. You are so bad. You couldn't. It's okay. I understand. I'm sorry, Father Raymond. I mean, you couldn't. Okay.
Father Raymond, he did a good job. He formed me. He was fine.
Yeah, I'm joking. Right. So, just for the audience to know that the mission or the delegation of Zambia for us belongs to the province of United
States.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So Zambia is a delegation.
Okay.
And their provincial is the provincial of the U.S. province.
Okay.
And so Raymond is the superior of the delegation of Zambia.
Okay.
He's no longer, because he's now coming to Rome.
and tell us a bit more about Father Raymond.
As I said, he was born in 1975, a very young man. Mm-hmm. He made his vows as a missionary, first vows as a missionary oblate of Mary Immaculate in 1998 in February. In South Africa, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And then he was ordained as a priest on the 8th of May, 2004.
And then I just got to know that he was a formator.
Yes.
Right.
He was a formator in Lusaka in Zambia from 2004 to 2005.
Right.
And in 2006, he was assigned as a formator at the Scholastic Head in Sidara. That's where I was in Sidara. I was in Sidara in 2006.
So in Sidara, we have the St. Joseph's Theological Institute. So I'm sure he was a professor, a teacher as well there.
Yes, he's a philosopher, this man. He taught philosophy at St. Joseph Theological Institute.
Right.
In the same, I don't know how long, I think from 2016, or he was there before that.
Yeah. No, from 2016, he did his advanced studies in Oblate School of Theology in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, yeah.
USA.
So he was there around about 2006. Then in 2016, that's when he went to the US and he did his studies in Texas. And there, while he was there, in actual fact, he was a formator at the Scholastic Head in San Antonio.
Okay.
And then in 2021, he was appointed as the superior of the delegation of Zambia. And today he's been chosen as the... He speaks many languages as well. He's got French. No, he doesn't have... He's got English, Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of Spanish. He learned Spanish while he was in the US.
in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on to the second assistant general as we are running short of time as well.
This is supposed to be only 30 minutes,
And our second assistant
General by the General Charter. Do you accept? Vicar.
he was just being greeted by his predecessor, so to say, Father Ramon Bernabe, who was the second
assistant. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's Father Asodo Henricus.
Sorry,
Henricus Asodo. He was my superior in X. I lived with Asodo in X. So let's get to know a little bit about him as well. So he's our second assistant general.
Well, we do not know how they would share their portfolios, either mission or formation. All what we know is Father Raymond is the first assistant general, and Father Asodo is the second assistant general.
He's the second assistant general, we know Father Asodo, as I said, I lived with him in X. He was born in 1974. Another young man.
So the two assistants general, one was born in 1975, the other 1974.
So there's newness. There is future in actual faith. There is life. He made his vows as a missionary oblate of Mary Immaculate in 1996 and was ordained a priest in December 2003.
Did we say his? I don't think we mentioned his country. He's from Indonesia.
He's from Indonesia.
He's an Indonesian.
Yeah, he's an Indonesian.
But right now, as we just said, he's Aix-en-Provence, which is our mother house, our foundation house, where St. Eugene de Maisonnette founded our congregation. We have that house still.
Now, this is going to be very interesting because when he became the superior of the community in Aix-en-Provence, he always said, I am the successor of Eugene de Maisonnette.
Okay.
Because the first superior of that house was the founder. That's our first house. Yeah. And then the superior general says the same. Yeah. I am the superior of Eugene de Maisonnette because the first superior general, the successor, the first was Eugene de Maisonnette. So that's beautiful. So we have the superior of X who becomes the assistant of our superior general.
And I thought it's interesting if you mentioned when Father Superior General, Father Chicho asked, obviously in English for the better understanding of the majority of the capitulars, would you like to accept this portfolio as there? And he said,
we bear.
Yeah,
he said,
we
bear.
He responded in French.
In French.
So because now he is living in French, and I think it came very naturally to him.
That's the language he speaks on daily basis.
So he was in the community of Aix-en-Provence from 2013, right?
2013, But before that, then he had been a vicar parish priest or an assistant parish priest from 2003 to 2006 in his country, in Indonesia. Right. He did some spiritual studies in spiritual direction in Australia from 2006 and 2007. He studied there. And then in 2008, he joined the formation team in the scholasticate in Yogyakarta, where he was the superior of the scholasticate in Indonesia.
And then he became the superior there until he was called to
After 4 years, he was called to the community in X. And he lived in X as part of the community. Then he became a superior.
So that's about Father
Asodo, Henricus Asodo. Good. I think we have somehow debriefed.
And by the end, towards this all, I think the second assistant general was elected around 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I think the capitulars were very tired because they had done a lot of discernment,
a lot of work,
a lot of listening. So they called it a day.
Yeah.
About 1 hour before the scheduled time.
But it's been amazing how serious and how concerned about the good of the congregation.
Yes.
What has really touched me these days is how each one of them is, well, I'm sure there is a little bit of themselves, but they think about the congregation.
Yes.
Who would be the right person?
Right.
Who will be the right man in this team to help us as oblates
Yes.
to fulfill the mission of what we were founded for.
So, in short, exciting times for us as oblates.
Exciting times. We happy. We thank God, and we thank you for your prayers as well.
Yeah.
We prayed the Holy Spirit, and whatever we are receiving, the guys we are receiving, we believe that it's the fruit of discernment.
Yeah.
We trust.
Yeah.
We pray for them that they will be faithful and that they will.
Let us continue to
God
pray.
has asked them to do.
We will keep you updated. As you know, we do all what we do in almost real time, that we brought you all the news. So we hope to keep you updated on daily basis.
On daily basis, yeah.
And
except
then,
tomorrow, Sunday is the day of the Lord. We rest.
And then probably we can also share with them what's going to happen on Monday.
On Monday, yeah, that's a big day for the chapter. We have, well, there are many powerful moments during the chapter. The election beginning, the day when the chapter begins, is a big one.
Yeah.
The second one is when the new general is named, is elected. And then the third powerful moment is when the capitulars go and meet the Pope.
Yes.
And that's what is going to happen on Monday.
We are going to meet the Pope.
We're meeting Pope Francis.
Well, we do not know if Pope Francis, our Holy Father, is in good health condition to greet us personally one by one.
We don't know. We will see.
But
we will be with him in the same room.
Sala Clementina.
And he will address the capitulars, will address the oblates, the entire oblate family. Yeah. It's a very exciting moment. We're all looking forward to that.
We all look forward to it. So tomorrow is a day of rest, and we will not have chapter chat. As you already know, we do not do it on Sundays. And Monday, we'll let you know.
But on Tuesday, definitely.
And it's going to be a very special chapter chat.
Special chapter chat on Tuesday that has been programmed for you.
Yeah. So probably we have taken a bit of, we have taken 45 minutes today.
He speaks too much, Shamil.
I'm sorry, I speak too much.
And thank you very much. We see all your comments, and thank you for joining us tonight and every night. But above all, thank you for your prayers. The past few days have been hectic. We needed a lot of prayers. I think the chapter needed a lot of prayers, and you prayed. And I think whatever we have received, the guys that we have received as our leaders, our fathers, are the gifts and the fruits of your prayers. So we thank you for that, and continue to keep us in your prayers. May God bless you all, and thank you for being with us tonight.
So thank you, Bonga. Thank you. And I make it a moment also to thank two of my team, my communications team, our two members, brother or scholastic Josh and the scholastic Mateusz from the International Roman Scholastic Aid. We are going to miss them from today because they are starting classes. So
on Monday they went back to university. They're going back to university.
The communication team has lost one leg,
members.
so we're
going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah,
but we'll do our best to keep you informed. Okay.
So thank you, Josh. Thank you, Mateusz.
They've been wonderful.
They've been wonderful.
Been wonderful too.
And thank all of you, and have a nice, happy, blessed Sunday. And we'll see you hopefully on Monday, if not Tuesday.
Yeah.
On Chapter Chat.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.